Open Line. Chuck Long with you with Kevin Kennedy, our expert in the legal field. I know a lot of you are big fans of Kevin. If you do have that question, get on the line with us as soon as possible. This is our last segment of the evening, so we want to answer those questions, as many as we can, in this last segment. All right, as we do, we're going to go to Edie, who is with us. Edie, we're glad that you called in. Do you have a question or a comment for Kevin?
I have a question.
All right, go right ahead, Edie.
I went to work and I started on the 26th, and my credentials was copied on a phone. And once during training, they found out that some other young lady had been using my identity for the past 20 years, working for the company, and I was let go. And then when I tried to call the union to get an appointment in court, they told me that they couldn't help me.
Wow.
And they tried to cover it up.
I heard you. That is, well, I would call the Tennessee Department of Labor, and you can report that, and I can assure you they're going to send some investigators to find out what's going on. So I'm so sorry to hear that. But Chuck and I have been even talking on the break. You know, when you get, it is down to a matter of trust, and so I feel for you, but I want you to call them tomorrow and report what's going on and see if you can get somebody to help you get their name so you can call them backwards and forwards as they get the information.
Thank you for calling in, Edie. Again, that Tennessee Department of Labor is who you need to talk to, so we're glad Kevin shared that advice as always. So, Kevin, we've heard from a lot of folks tonight, and it seems like fraud has been the topic tonight.
And fraud is the real world for all of us, because who do you do business with? And then, just like we said earlier, if you had somebody at the bank, you had somebody at the CPA's office, and they quit, they said, well, I'm just going to do that, whether they're aggravated or whatnot. And you know, we hear all the time where companies are selling your information to other companies, and once it gets online, what happens? And so some people are so paranoid they don't even want to put it online. Remember, you'll hear them always talk about, well, I thought that my emails were private. Really? Really? Guess what? When you get a subpoena, all those things are going to come in every day in court. People are coming in. I got their email. I got their phone records. What happened to privacy? When that subpoena is issued, you're either going to honor the court's order, you're going to disobey it, could be held in contempt. So the word to the wise, you better know what you're doing. When you make that phone call, there'll be a record of it. Is it true?
That's right.
And every time you make a 911 call, is there a record?
Absolutely.
And they've got that, they'll subpoena and say, well, I don't remember I said that. Well, it's real simple. They've got it. They'll use it against you.
All right. All right. Once again, if you do have one of those final questions of the evening, get on the line with us. 737-7587 is the number. Kevin, we were talking about tonight on the show, a lot of fraud calls, people calling about different cases of fraud, but are there particular cases that you're seeing more of now than in the past?
Well, I used to never hear of anyone that got their email hacked. And so you say, well, what is it if they hack your email? They hack your email, send out a false invoice to a different address, and if they know that they've done business with you, they say, well, okay, there's $100, I'll pay this bill. Okay, I asked a question of them. And so it creates massive havoc, and it's nothing but pure fraud. If they catch them, that's a federal offense. So we're very protective. And then all these companies, it's like we give them a green light. They've hacked you. What are you going to do? We'll call the experts. Do you have time to get a quote? No, you got to get it fixed. And so all the banks, I was sitting with a security specialist, and he had represented over 600 hospitals and over 1,000 banks. And I said, well, what about y'all's systems? I'll never forget, he said, Kevin, they've never made one that couldn't be hacked. I said, hello,
that's scary.
Does that make you feel good? No. You say, well, what happened to my money? I thought I had it in there.
Right. All right, Kevin, we've got about a minute left. As always, we like to sign off the evening with your words of wisdom. So what is on your mind tonight?
Well, you know, I've been introduced to the TikTok, and so I've been out there TikTok, and I've got over 650,000 followers in just a few months, and it's rolling. The one thing I took away from that is even when we do one to teach people, we are reiterating and teaching us. I was stopped this morning, a police officer said, Kev, you know all the police officers watch your TikTok? And I said, well, I really love the police. She said, well, I'm not being critical. Everybody's trying to train under what you're telling. And I said, oh, brother, I never saw that coming. So train, train, train. Don't complain. train, it'll pay off in the big picture.
All right, love that. And I'm going to have to check out your TikToks too. So
yeah, go ahead and get on there and follow.
I will certainly follow that. All right, we are going to take one more break. And when we come back, if you've been wanting to know how to contact the Kennedy Law Firm, we will tell you that right after this. So come on back with us.